You know, like many others, I go to YouTube in part to research how to do things that I haven't done before, but would like to do. For example, changing the lower control arms on my GX470, or doing some mods on my BMW GS Adventure. Things that I haven't done, but feel like I could do if I had a little bit of guidance, and that's the kind of thing that YouTube is great for. As an aspiring content creator, I like to look for things that I think you all would enjoy, things that you would benefit from, something that you find educational, inspiring, entertaining. And sometimes I come up a little dry. Seldom do I think about making videos on the day-to-day tasks, something as pedestrian as, say, changing an air filter in my wife's Outback. But earlier today, when I was about to do that, I had to ask myself, why not make a video about that? And the answer that I came up with, well, was twofold. One, there's not many people that probably don't know how to change an air filter, to which I immediately internally replied, well, that's rather presumptuous, Tom. And two, I can hear the comments now, hey, thanks for making a video that didn't need to be made. Only an idiot doesn't know how to change their air filter in this day and age. You know what? Imagining comments like that made me want to make this video even more. And here's why. All these people who feel like it's their life's mission to troll comment boards and belittle those that dare to know less than they do, I bet none of them fell out of the womb knowing how to do something like change an air filter. They learned it at some point in their life. And yeah, I'm guessing that to a lot of my fellow dilettantes out there, changing an air filter is something you can do in your sleep. But every good leader I've ever had, whether it was in the Marine Corps or the corporate world or what have you, has always sought to lift people up. They don't put people down. And so that's why I'm making this video. I'm just going to simply walk through how to change an air filter. And there's some benefits. My wife went to get her service interval done on her Outback, and they charged her $24 for this air filter. Yeah, it's an OEM part, so it costs that much. You can certainly get one cheaper aftermarket. But they were also going to charge her another $24 for a total of $48 to install it. And that's where I think any of you who have not had the confidence to do something that I consider simple, like changing an air filter, could stand to benefit. This alone, you can save yourself 24 bucks, and that's a few cups of coffee or maybe 1 California gallon of gas. So let me show you how straightforward I think this is and why I think anyone can do it. And to be honest, little maintenance tasks like this, in my mind, are the gateway drug into doing something bigger. And those bigger tasks can really build your confidence and even get you into a whole new hobby. Dangerous, expensive, but fun. Let's go. Now, your air filter is going to be in a different location depending on your car. I'm looking at a 2022 Outback, and the air filter box is going to be on the front of the passenger side. One way to tell if you're looking at your car, and you haven't done this before, is, your motor is going to have basically this air intake manifold. This is where air comes in and is distributed to your motor, to each of the cylinders. That's going to be connected to some way to meter the air coming into your engine. In this case, it's the throttle body, which is in turn connected to an air inlet hose here. You're going to see a sensor. This is a mass airflow sensor, and at the terminal end of it, right where your air comes in, is going to be the air filter box. So this box is usually very simple to disassemble. In my case, it's these two tabs. We're going to pop these off, and we're going to tilt this forward. And right there, you can see the air filter. Now, this box is held in place at the bottom by a couple of tabs because there's no mechanical fasteners here. You simply lift it up, and then you can push this back, peel this out, and pull your air filter out. Now, in this case, this air filter really is not that bad. I've seen ones that are all caked in oil, crud, and dirt, and the whole point is to filter the air going into your engine so that it doesn't cause any damage, basically clean air. You can see, right, it's got a little bit of dust coming out. And even though I wouldn't call this one bad, I would probably reuse it. For the sake of honoring this car's service intervals, we're going to go ahead and replace it with an OEM part. Now you'll notice that your new filter should be exactly as your other one. And if you get an aftermarket, the main thing to look for is that it's the same size, so the gaskets match up and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead, peel this back a little bit, drop the new one in, and it'll fit just like the old one, sealed up nicely against here. Then finally, put those tabs in the bottom back in, close this up, and then refasten the airbox. And you're done. That right there would have cost you $24 to have done at the dealership. And as you can see, that was about 60 seconds worth of work. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not belittling dealers here because, they provide a valuable service and they should be compensated for that service. The point I'm trying to make here, though, is that there are many maintenance tasks on almost every vehicle that any Joe Schmo or Jane Doe can do themselves and end up saving themselves some money. For those of you that would like to try to do something like this but just feel a little too nervous to ask any questions, don't. Ask away. Anyone who would belittle you for not knowing what they do is not someone worth seeking help from to begin with. Or you can always just go onto the internet, search out YouTube, check out forums, and I'm sure you can find how to do simple tasks yourself, and then I would highly encourage you to give it a shot. It's a great way to save money, and it's a great way to build some confidence. To my fellow skilled dilettantes out there, don't forget to take a moment to upskill those that don't know as much as you. Thank you for watching, and until the next time, this is Tom the Dilettante saying keep on tinkering, keep on learning, and please be excellent to one another. Take care.